Chapter 6. Shoot your shot and always follow through. You can't get much done in life if you only work on the days when you feel good. Jerry West. How many of you have been a spectator at a youth league basketball game? I'm talking about the games that 6- and 7-year-olds play in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those games have the potential to be the most hectic 24 minutes you could ever watch. Not one set play is run. Kids in oversized jerseys and shorts are just running around, pummeling into each other. Some of them may even pick up the ball and start running with it, or mistakenly attempt to score the wrong basket. And if one of them sees just a tiny sliver of daylight toward the basket, you better believe they're going to catapult the ball from their hip, their stomach, or even from behind their head toward the hoop. All of that action, more like distress for us spectators, and the final score ends up being something like 17-12 or 9-4. Bless their hearts. The little ones have it right in one regard, though. You have to start somewhere. Every great player has started at some point of just chucking the ball up toward the rim with the hope that it will go in. And although the majority of the shots that kids take either ricochet off the backboard, clang off the rim, or hit nothing at all, they consistently live by the code to relentlessly shoot your shot. Maybe, just maybe, the occasional shot will go in and they will score. There's an old saying that goes, if you hang around the barber shop long enough, eventually you'll get a haircut. In this case, if you shoot your shot enough times, eventually your shot will go in. Sometimes you're not going to have a clue as to how to approach a task or get started on a specific endeavor. But the mere fact that you're willing to try brings you that much closer to accomplishing that task. You miss all of the shots you don't take. It's better to at least to try to accomplish something than to not do anything at all. Whether you choose to go after what you want and fail, or you choose not to go after it at all, you will still yield the same results. Why not at least take a chance and go after what you want to increase the likelihood of being a better place than where you currently are? You really have nothing to lose, yet only something to gain. The worst thing that can happen when you go after what you want is that you fail. Big deal. Your life isn't over. Even when you fail, you have an endless amount of attempts left to succeed. Eventually, you continue to shoot your shot's going to go in. The game is rigged in your favor. It's not over until you win. So when you're pursuing your goals, keep shooting, keep striving, keep working, keep persevering. That is the only way you'll be able to accomplish your objectives. If you do fail, which you will at some point, at least you will be able to say you gave it everything you had. You went out shooting, you have no regrets. There's nothing worse than looking back on your life and regretting not doing something that was placed in your heart to do. The fear of failure is what often holds people back from doing the things they want to do and prevents them from experiencing the happiness they desire. Fear is the misuse of our creative capacity. We spend so much time fearing things we can't control and things that will probably never happen. As a result, we hold ourselves back from creating the life we want. When we actually go after what we want and we fail initially, we often want to give up. We feel like it's not worth the pain or the hassle, and that trying to accomplish a particular objective may be a waste of our time. Or sometimes we let intimidation get the best of us. We begin doubting our capabilities. We start convincing ourselves the feat we're trying to accomplish is greater than our ability to do so. As a result, we become discouraged and stop going after what we truly want. Instead of being fearful, intimidated, or discouraged, be excited and optimistic about the opportunity to utilize your creativity to accomplish the things you desire. The life that you want for yourself is one that is more than feasible. Anything you truly want and anything you're putting considerable effort into attaining is not a waste of time. You may only think that you're wasting your time because things are not going the way you initially anticipated they would. Guess what? Life isn't easy. It's hard. The most convenient option is to give up and avoid the pain. But the rewarding alternative is to push past your missed attempts and through the pain to get where you want to be. As Galatians 6:9b says, "For at the right time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Keep shooting your shot until your shot goes in. There is no point in playing it safe in this life. We are all going to die eventually. Sorry for being so blunt, but it's the truth. Being cognizant of this absolute fact of life, how are you going to proceed? You have two choices. You can sit up in the stands filled with regret and slowly wither away and watch as others shoot their shot, make things happen, and have fun. Or you can get on the court, shoot your shots, make things happen, and have fun for yourself. It is completely up to you. Only you can make the decision regarding the type of person you want to be, either a spectator or a player. My hope is that for the remainder of your time here on this earth, you choose to get in the game and strive for the life you've envisioned for yourself. There have been days for everyone when you don't feel like doing something critical to the advancement toward your goal. Tomorrow, this weekend, or sometime next week, it always seems to be the better option, don't they? However, none of those days are promised to us. All we have is the present to get done what needs to get done. In basketball, what is key to an effective jump shot is when you do shoot your shot, you maintain your follow-through. Your follow-through on your jump shot is vital for a variety of reasons. The follow-through is basically measuring stick for your shot. When you shoot your shot and you follow through, you get to gauge how much strength and effort is needed to shoot the ball at different distances from the basket. The better understanding you have of your shot, the greater likelihood you have of scoring. Just like the follow-through when you shoot a basketball, your follow-through on tasks pertaining to your endeavors is guiding you toward your desired outcome. Your degree of effort and persistence while attempting to complete your goal allows you to gauge what is needed to complete your objective. At certain points in time, you will have to work a little harder, a little faster, or a little smarter in order to accomplish your goal. You may get tired. You may get discouraged. You may even want to give up. By remaining committed to the process, you'll be able to see what it is going to take in order to get you closer to your goal. The follow-through on your jump shot is also important because the backspin on the ball caused by the snap of your wrist at the end of the follow-through can help the ball get that friendly bounce around the rim and into the hoop. This bounce has become characterized as the shooter's roll. As you consistently put in the time and effort to accomplish your goals, you may have a breakthrough that will help you meet your mark faster than you would have initially thought. Call it luck, call it favor, which I do. Call it whatever you want. When you are consistently performing actions with the intent to make your life better, and you continue to stick it out despite your circumstances or the occurrence of setbacks, you get breaks that help you push you further in the right direction. All because you remained dedicated to the process and followed through on your initial efforts. Whether it's someone offering their help to you or funds become available at the bank for that desired business loan, or a specific product that you would have otherwise not be able to afford goes on sale, or you make the valuable connections at an event you were invited to by a friend or a colleague. Whatever the case may be, this friendly bounce in life is only possible when you remain steadfast, when you keep your commitment to your commitment, when you follow through with the efforts that are necessary to accomplishing your goals. Your follow-through is also a means of aiming your shot at the basket. You are essentially guiding your shot into the hoop. I talked earlier about kids and how they just throw the ball up at the hoop any way they're able to. Yeah, I know, they don't have enough strength yet to properly shoot the ball. Because of this, they're not following through with their shot and in turn are not aiming at the basket. Thus, most time their shot ends up going any and everywhere except in the hoop each time they shoot. Your objective is to put the ball into the basket, so making sure your shooting hands fall toward the rim each time you shoot is a means of aiming your shot at the rim. You do not have to have a clear aim or a detailed plan for how you're going to accomplish your goals. If you do not have a clear aim or a detailed plan for how you are going to accomplish your goals, then you will lose sight of what it is you're trying to accomplish. It will just become another brilliant idea that was thought up, put on the shelf, and forgotten about. Specifically define what it is that you want so you'll be able to discern exactly what is necessary in order to attain it. By mapping out what you need to do, you are guiding yourself toward your end goal as you have established a timeline and a game plan for your particular endeavor. Lastly, follow through on a jump shot helps you to keep the same shooting form every time you shoot. Consistency is key. Without maintaining a consistent shooting form, your shot will change every time you shoot the ball, decreasing your chances of making your shot. When you adhere to proper shooting mechanics consistently, you ingrain those mechanics into your muscle memory. You're creating an effective habit through repetition that will ultimately result in success with your shot. After a while, you won't even have to think about your form or your follow-through. It will become ingrained and automatic. We are what we repeatedly do. Form good habits in your life that become second nature. Repetition develops skill that can be used to assist you on your path toward accomplishing your goals. If you consistently put in the work to accomplish a certain goal, then you'll eventually accomplish said goal. Shooting your shot and following through on your shot isn't about doing everything perfectly. No one is able to do everything perfectly all the time. Sometimes you'll have to do things in an unorthodox way and get creative in order for you to attain your goals. Just because your approach is different does not mean it's doomed for failure. It's just your unique way of doing things. Step out on faith and remain dedicated to completing what you set your mind to. Tirelessly beat on your craft, remain consistent in the pursuit of your goal, and see the process through to the end regardless of any obstacles or impediments that may present themselves. Follow through with your initial actions until your objective is completed. The accomplishment of your goal is dependent on the actions you carry out consistently on the path toward attaining that goal. It's not how you start, it is how you finish. It's about repetition. It's about having a clear direction and plan for your life. It's about putting yourself in a position to receive unexpected blessings. It's about evaluating whether the level of effort you're putting in or the actions you're carrying out are getting you closer to your mark. If you want to attain your desired outcomes in life, it is imperative that you put in the work on a continual and consistent basis, even on the days when you don't really feel like doing anything. The reality is, if you keep putting off certain tasks until a later time, they will more than likely never get done. Then you'll be left wondering why your life hasn't panned out the way you wanted it to, which points to one thing and one thing only. You didn't keep your commitment to your commitment. Never put off until tomorrow what you are capable of doing today. Procrastination is a productivity and ultimately a dream killer. Always remember the words, "I don't feel like it," never resulted in anything great. Of course, you should absolutely take the time to rest, recuperate, and get in tune with your star player, you. A vacation or even a staycation is needed every once in a while. It will allow you to get refreshed and renewed, ready to get back to working on your goal. One of my favorite quotes from my favorite book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, goes, "Rest a little, but as soon as you can, get up and carry on. Because ever since your goal found out that you were traveling toward it, it has been running to meet you." Take as much time as you need to get in tune with yourself and enjoy life, but never lose sight of your goals and don't put them off for too long. I'll be honest with you. There are instances when I'm not up to writing, like right now. I'd much rather be relaxing, doing something else, or better yet, doing absolutely nothing. However, my goal is to finish writing this book, and the only action that will allow me to get closer to completing that goal is to write consistently, even when I don't feel like it, like right now. Life has a tendency to get in the way. We're bombarded with work, we lose inspiration, we're tired, we're frustrated, we have to deal with the relationship and family issues, and at times we have pressing affairs to address. I understand this completely. Yet the fact of the matter is, for as long as we exist on this earth, stuff is going to happen. Things will pop up. Unfavorable events will occur. It's inevitable. However, you can't push your commitments to the side just because something is not necessarily going your way or you feel like being lazy. Consistency is key if you want to realize the life you've always envisioned for yourself. Remain committed to your dreams. Follow through on your initial efforts toward your desired outcome. See your goal until it is accomplished, regardless of what may be thrown in your path along the way. That is the only way you can attain the life that you want, for you are blessed and rewarded when you stay on the course, not when you stop and give up. Whatever it is that you want to do and accomplish, remain true and committed to the process. Shoot your shot and always follow through.